around in skimpy suits. Nobody's got a problem. Ma-da-ma-da-ba-da-da.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Yep. Treasure ships ahoy! Nah, I'm good, mate. Run, 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 run. We're gonna skim through the dungeon. This isn't a serious let's play of Nightmare Mode. This is gonna be me goofing off at max weaponry. On the most hardest difficulty. If they could go higher than Nightmare, I would take it. Only when Crow's on stage. I've already seen this. We've already gone through that at the first dungeon, or not dungeon, the first place that you had me at. I kind of had to use it there. Don't mind me as I destroy everything you ever loved. Run up and smack it, he says. Okay, Elliot, you did say you wanted to smack it. Smack it.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here we go. It's my turn. There.
Nothing is going to be safe. Nothing.
Is everybody okay?
Total annihilation. Well, he said he was gonna walk up and smack it. That wasn't my wording, that was his.
I'm starting to lose my sense of direction down here.
Yeah, gotta make sure we're not going in circles.
Wait, is there a way down there, or am I just hallucinating? Is there not treasure chest down there? Unfortunately, I don't have Crow. Otherwise, I would. I'd tell him to smack it real good. You didn't even need to use Ursa last time. Your turn.
There. The wind's behind us. Let's go.
Ooh.
Go.
So, Rean, you feel like being a little happy?
Second form. Damn.
My turn.
God, I love that attack.
Leave it to me.
And this is Nightmare. And this is without them really optimized. Oh my god, it wasn't that difficult, Elliot.
Elliot, are you okay?
Oh, he's just a pansy. Swinging his staff one time was really exerting.
I don't see any obvious injuries.
I'm okay. I was just so relieved the fight was over. The strength kind of just left my legs.
You annihilated 3 enemies in one shot. You're okay, Elliot.
I'm amazed how calm you two are. You don't seem tired or worried or anything.
They both have blades of some kind. I don't know what it is with men with swords, but they're a different kind of man altogether.
I guess I'm just used to fighting monsters like these.
You need a hand?
No, I'll be fine. It was just a momentary and there we go.
Look out!
Elliot!
What?
You guys spotted that way before it even jumped.
No!
You guys spotted that before it even jumped!
What?
Looks like I made it just in time. Thank Adios for that.
Hello, Machias. Machias.
Oh, it's you.
You said your name was Machias, right?
Yeah, he's probably wondering why all three of you are in your bathing suits.
That's right. Came to realize that I shouldn't have just stormed off like I did.
It might be pretty enormous, but it's not that dangerous.
Let that arrogant noble goad me into losing my composure.
Something tells me that doesn't take much. Just saying.
So I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. I acted foolishly, and I hope you can forgive me for it.
No sweat. Water under the bridge.
Yeah, we all have moments when we say or do things we regret. That's human nature for you. Oh, and thanks for saving me, by the way.
I'm just glad I happened to be passing by. After I'd cooled my head, I decided to retrace my steps, and there you were.
Are you sure it's just because you didn't want to join the party of bathing suit warriors?
Is it just the three of you here?
Yeah, we stood around talking for a while, so the others are probably ahead of us at this point.
I don't think there's any reason to go back any farther. I can't imagine you'll find anyone there. I see. I don't suppose you'd mind if I came with you, would
Oh,
you?
no, not at all. Not at all. It's not as long as you don't mind being half naked, I mean.
I'm reasonably skilled with a gun, so you might find it useful having me along.
Sure thing. Welcome aboard.
This is Class 7, everybody. We are the swimsuit banshees.
The name's Rean Schwarzer.
I'm Elliot Craig. It's nice to meet you.
My name is Gaius. It's a pleasure. The pleasure's mine, I assure you. My name is Machias Regnitz. Could I ask you what social class you
Really?
I realize how that must sound, considering my recent outburst.
You
But
don't
please
say.
don't take it personally. I'm simply curious to know who I'm associating with.
Well, both my parents are commoners.
Likewise, though my homeland has no class system to begin with. Ah, so you're from abroad then? What about you?
Well, let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins. So I guess we're all in equal standing here.
Oh, now that's a relief.
The swimsuit banshees off to the way.
We should probably
Where they
get
go,
moving now.
nobody
Somewhat
knows.
concerned about the girls, as you might imagine. I'd feel much better if we were around to help if they wound up in danger.
You know, Machias, not every girl is a damsel in distress. Just
Yeah, I suppose there's
saying.
strength in numbers.
All right, let's go.
Oh, Machias, you poor guy. I'm sorry, but there is a rule when you join my party. Clothing, you can only wear so much of it. I'm not optimizing him right now. I will in due time, I promise. Okay, the party is complete. It's the Beach Boys.
What's a place like
Oops.
this even doing on the school grounds?
Green is my
Yeah,
color, so I
it's a
suppose I
giant
should go with the guy that's got green hair, huh?
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Go!
Oh my.
Second form.
Ding, ding, ding. That attack is so freaking OP.
Leave it to me.
For anybody who's new joining us, I am playing
Oh,
on
we did it.
Nightmare mode on New Game Plus. So my characters are kind of already built. Almost. They're not optimized, and I haven't messed with their quartz. The only things I've messed with are their base gear and their weapons, and of course their clothing. But that's okay. They'll be fine, don't worry.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Here we go.
It's the Beach Boys Club.
Second form. Gale. That's that. Let's keep moving.
It never matters what game I play, that move is single-handedly the best move.
Now's our chance.
Should I fight every single enemy, or should I just move on to the next area? Because I am, like, on OP levels here.
Second form. Gale.
Wait, how did you not get the one guy that was just right there?
Is everybody okay?
Oh, everybody's fine. Nobody even got a scratch. I'll leave you be. You will survive this day.
We meet again.
Hello, ladies.
Good to see you guys are hanging in there.
I'm glad the four of you are unharmed as well.
Well, it seems you've cooled your head a bit at least.
Yes, I've calmed down now.
At any rate, I don't believe I've introduced myself yet, have I? I'm Laura S. Arcade, from the town of Legram. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Huh. Look, that's down on the southeastern outskirts of the Empire, isn't it?
Correct. It's an old castle town on the shores of Lake Ebble. We're connected to the rest of the country by train, but other than that, it's a fairly remote region.
Wait, so your father would...
Yes, my father is Viscount Arcade, Lord of Legram. Do you take issue with that?
No, not at all.
What's the matter? Afraid of a girl whose sword's bigger than yours, buddy?
Machias, was it? I can only speak for myself, but I don't feel I've ever done anything to bring shame upon myself in Adios's eyes. And I fully believe the same to be true of my father.
Please, I meant no offense. I'm sorry if I,
Yeah, the girl nobles get a free pass.
I'm Emma Milstein. Like Laura, I come from a distant region of the Empire. I was only able to attend Thor's thanks to a scholarship, in fact. It's very nice to meet you.
a scholarship. Indeed. Now that you mention it, our instructor did say yours was the top score on the entrance exam. I think I was outdone. By a girl, no less.
You got a problem with that, Machias?
You must be quite the prodigy.
I can't help it if there are some girls who are just smarter than men. Though with dumbasses like
Maybe
you,
it's
that
nice
doesn't seem like it takes
Really,
much.
I'm not. I don't have any training in the martial arts either, so this is the weapon they recommended for me.
Oh, cool. You got an orbital staff too.
Who, me or him? Look, I only fight back if they start it.
Yours
That
looks
is my
different from
defense.
mine, though.
Huh, so it does. I wonder if it's just cosmetic.
Is something the matter?
I don't know. She's got her eyes on Rean.
We're all acquainted now. It's only proper that you introduce yourself.
Jeez, he almost sounds like... I'm gonna keep that one to myself.
Yeah, okay.
Jeez, Alyssa, I wouldn't want to force it out of you or anything.
I'm Lisa R. from Ruhr. It's a pleasure to meet almost all of you.
Yeah, her argument for disliking Rean is so stupid. I hate you because I fell on you. Of
Elisa.
which, of course, was totally not his fault. And it's not like he was groping her. He had his hands out there.
Ruhr, huh? What's it like living there? There's probably a new technological breakthrough every week.
Yeah, there's a reason why she's not given her last name, and it will be explained later. She is... If you've noticed, so far every character in this class is somebody important. You've got the nobles, and then you got some of the commoners. Now, of course, the game will get into it, but each of these characters is very important. And I mean very important as in their families have incredible influence.
The Rhineford Company's based in Ruhr, and they're the largest heavy industry corporation on the continent, aren't they?
I suppose they are.
Oh, come now, Devil, you know that's not gonna happen. This is Alyssa we're talking about.
So, hey. I guess that bow must have been in that case you had with you when we first met. I've never seen one like it. Is there some kind of orbital mechanism built in?
There is, but I don't see how that's any of your business.
This is your typical Tsundere.
Ouch.
Yeah. Anyone got any ideas on what to do now? We've all run into
I
each
hate to
other
say it,
wandering
guys, I
around.
don't think she's
How about
impressed
we
by your
stick together?
muscles. I'm sorry. I tried.
I think that would be for the best. It's not safe for a group of girls to travel alone.
Really,
You may require
Machias?
You needn't to be concerned about that.
Like I said, he's jealous that her
I
sword
beg your
is quite
pardon?
literally bigger than his. Tsundere? Is that not how it's said? I thought that's how it was said. Is it Tsundere? Or I don't know. I say Tsundere.
I don't mean to boast, but I'm confident my swordsmanship will be more than sufficient to protect us. For now, I think it's best to remain in separate groups. There are still two of us.
Yes, one of us is a little girl who just doesn't want to talk to anybody, and the other one is a noble who just clearly doesn't give a crap.
That's right. We still haven't run into that silver-haired girl.
Yes, that's how I say it.
In that case,
Oh, no,
two
not
teams
again.
means double the chance to find them.
Oh no. Do we have to have this discussion again? Because Sylvia's already chewed me out for saying things like, I'll say garage. He'll be like, you said that wrong! You said that wrong! And that's how I've always said it. I don't know what else it is that I said that really got him.
Two teams is double the coverage, and double the chance of crossing paths with our missing companions. How's that sound?
I have no objections.
Yes, I mispronounce things, but it's not on purpose. I promise that.
So then, shall we be off?
All right. See the four of you later then.
Good going, guys. You know how to leave a first impression on a lady.
She really doesn't seem like she's gonna let that go, does she?
Even though I have no idea why, it's not like he groped her.
It was clearly an accident. Everyone could see this. But I don't suppose it makes any difference to her.
I don't think you should talk, Machias. Not with the comment you made to Laura. I don't think you should speak.
Still, is no one else worried about leaving a group of girls to fend for themselves in a place like this?
People say it like that? I say it to Sandere. That's how I say it. I don't say it to Saranda dear. That's weird on my tongue.
There are four of us here. Perhaps one of us should go follow them.
Machias, did you or did you not see the giant ass sword she literally whipped out of nowhere? Do you think your petty little gun can hold a candle to that?
I don't think we have anything to worry about as long as Laura's with them. She really wears her skill on her sleeve. I doubt she drags around a sword that big just for show.
Yeah, see,
It's certainly an enormous
Machias is...
I'd call it comically huge if it didn't
Him
look
and
so
Eustace,
dangerous.
it took a very long time for me to actually like them because they are both so arrogant and cocky and just classist or sexist. I mean, Eustace isn't like that, but Machias just really eggs him on, and then he in turn just eggs it on
But at the end of the
further,
day, a
and
lady is
it's
a
a
lady.
reoccurring nightmare with these two. They don't stop.
She's taller and sturdier than I am. Though I admit it's still hard to believe anyone could swing that beast of a
Dasami?
sword.
Don't. I know I say it wrong. I know I say it wrong. It's the best I can do. I know it's silent, but my tongue doesn't work that way. It took me years to realize how you say facade. I thought it was always facade.
And her father, the Viscount, is
And then
arguably
I literally
the
had a
strongest
friend who
swordsman
just
in
was
the
like,
country.
do you
People call him
English
the
at
Rean
all?
Blade Master.
I'm like,
I doubt
yes,
any
I
of the
do.
students here
But
would be
my
sitting
tongue
around
works in
during
mysterious
combat.
different
Much
ways
less
than
me.
everybody else's. I will say things weird. It took me so long to learn how to say ambulance and spaghetti because I couldn't say those words.
Wow, interesting. I didn't know there were still roots of the old knightly styles alive in the Empire.
You sure know a lot about this stuff, Rean. A hobby of yours?
He's a swordsman, you idiots. What do you think? Come on, 2 + 2 was 4.
I'm a swordsman myself. I guess the lore sort of comes with the territory.
See?
At any rate, how about we pick up the search?
Thank you.
I'm worried about that silver-haired girl. And we still need to track down Duke Albarea's son, too.
Oh, I'm sure they're fine.
That's true. I couldn't care less what happens to that pompous ass. He can rot.
Really, Machias? I'm about ready to chain you down here and leave your pompous ass out here to dry.
Come on now. That's no way to treat someone you just met.
Yeah, no kidding. Like, dude, shut up. If we wanted your
Path
opinion, we
splits.
would have
Which
asked
way do you
for it.
think we should go?
But notice how
I feel a little
nobody
wind
asked for
blowing
it.
from the east.
You know what?
But the exit's
You may
that way.
bear the color green, but you are a disgrace to the color.
Oh, what a nice-looking treasure chest.
Also, I'm saying this right now. There are times that they'll say something that I seriously took as a sexual thing. Like what Machias just said, oh, that's a nice looking treasure chest. And I, for the longest time, I just thought, is he inverting to something else? Because I wouldn't put it past him. I do not like Machias. I mean, The later games do redeem him. I will give him that. But for the first couple of games, or really, for the the majority of the first game, he doesn't give you a good reason to like him. He kind of does towards the end and a little bit more in the second game. But I think once you understand why he hates them, it becomes abundantly clear, and you kind of learn to like him, and he does soften up. Thank
What's
God,
wrong?
because if his pompous ass was like this throughout the entire damn series, I would not play, because I'm not going to deal with his ass.
More monsters?
No, not monsters.
You're pretty sure.
Just a girl, that's all.
Oh.
What the? My cat just bit my toe! What the hell, you? What's your fucking problem? Stop biting my foot! I ain't untangling you! My foot was here first!
It's the silver-haired girl.
I'm glad to see you're all right. Though it looks like there was nothing to worry about in the first place.
The American people like to, they like to dash on each other.
Nope.
You know, I've learned to just accept it. That's why nobody likes the Americans.
I'm small and quick.
We're very
Since
quick
can't
to
lay a finger on
judge.
me.
And I mean very quick. We don't even like our own people. I mean, I will have moments myself, but
plus L.
still. I try to tone them down because I know that nobody asked to be born a certain way, or a certain color, a certain sexual way, or anything like that. I try not to, because I know we're born the way we are, and we should all embrace it.
You're just over halfway through.
I wish I could follow my own advice, but I don't. And I will say that, Selby, don't take this the wrong way, because I'm not referring to you. But when you have people who are from outside America dashing on us, it's kind of insulting, because honestly, I don't think they should talk, because especially if they're Japanese, I will say this right now. I can't think of anywhere in America that's ever had a vending machine where they had a soda called Tentacle Grape. You heard me right. Tentacle Grape.
Are you sure you'll be
Or
okay on your
vending
own?
machines that sold panties, condoms, so on and so forth. Again, they like to say we're weird, and yet, But again, I don't have a problem if you are a friend of mine, and I know you're not being an ass about it, but when you come out of left field all of a sudden, and you're
I'll
like,
be fine.
I hate
I'm used to
Americans
this.
because they're this, that, and everything, I just immediately get defensive, because it's like, you know, no person, no country is perfect. The Americans can make fun of their own country because, well, they're American. The Englishmen of British, son of a bitch, I cannot talk today. They can make fun of their own country because, again, it's their country. But unless you're surrounded by friends and you make that comment and they don't mind it, that's when I don't mind. But
See
if
you at
you
the end.
aren't a friend and you just come out of left field, it's like it immediately starts a war. Show off. I'm not gonna lie, I think the British people have a freaking really
What just
sexy
happened?
accent. I'm
Wow.
sorry. They've got such an awesome accent. I love the Australians, I love British, and I love the Southern. I don't know what it is about
certainly wasn't
each of
fibbing
their
about being
accents,
quick on
but
her
they're
feet.
just so mwah. I don't give a shit about the French. Everyone says theirs is the language of love. Not to me. You could talk dirty to me in British, Southern, or Australian, and I will just as easily swoon. I'm going to assume that the British people call it the Queen's English. All I know is that Americans call it English. We don't have like a designated secondary language. We just call it English. We don't call it Queen's. We don't call it anything else. We just plainly call it English.
Guess we really don't need to worry
That's why
about
when
it.
they have like the option when you're setting up a new device and they're like English Queens, English the Americas. I'm like, what the hell's the difference?
Yeah. Now I'm
I'm
more
not gonna
convinced
lie,
than
for
ever that she
years
knows
I was so
exactly what she's
fucking
doing.
confused because I kept asking, so how exactly is the British English different from ours? They say the same things. I mean, okay, their swears, which to this day kind of baffles me, they say their swear words are bloody. To me, that's not a swear. That's just a word. Now, Americans, you wanna swear, sweetheart? Oh, they can swear, and I mean in every damn way you can imagine, they can do it. I know I am. I have a very, very bad sailor's mouth. But it's funny though, when the British people come over here and they're like, what do you mean they're two Englishes? How did you guys not know that? Because they never taught us in school that there's a different English. We just saw it as, that's it, English.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, I think that's why we never bothered to differentiate that to people. When there was the occasional spelling difference, and as Devil said, that's color, we basically say the same way, but you guys spell it different from us. We don't use the U. We use just an OR.
Someone's fighting up ahead. Come on. Rean!
Wait for me!
But if you ever read a story or fan fiction, you'll know immediately if they are in fact British or if they're American because of how they spell those words. You'll know immediately.
That was really something.
There is nothing simplified in America. There is nothing simplified.
Judging by that
They
display,
say there is,
I
but
don't
there's
think it needs
not.
any help. I take it
I
that's
think the
another
Americans
school of
love to
imperial
torture
swordsmanship.
themselves because of there. Or what was it? Oh no. There, and there? I think it is. It's one of those stupid
That's court
things.
fencing, an agile style, and judging by
The
his points,
Americans
he's no
are
amateur.
just, and I can say this because I'm American. The Americans are stupid. They are very stupid. They have their smart moments. They do. I will give them that. But sometimes you just gotta wonder. It's like that where common sense. Exactly how is it common? Because if it's common sense, it should be common. And yet it's anything but. That is a conundrum
Did
that
you
I
need
do not
something?
like. Hello, you sis. Machias, stop pretending you're a freaking dog in heat and just shut up and just appreciate him, please.
Sorry, I was just admiring your swordsmanship.
Come join the Beach Boys!
I'm Rean Schwarzer.
Well, that's because we see it that way. It's fine for us to say it, but it's so freaking funny because of what I just said. Where if somebody outside of America calls us stupid, we get really immediately defensive. But if you're American, they're, oh yeah, we totally agree.
I didn't get the chance to introduce myself earlier.
The only reason why I do it is because I know if you're American, you're saying it because you've been there to witness it. But if you're not from America and you're calling us stupid, don't take this the wrong way. Why do you come to our country
I'm
then?
Elliot Craig.
Why do you come to our sites, take jobs and whatever it is that the most common idiotic moron does here? I don't know. But I love when people say, oh, I hate America, they're so stupid. And then they come here and they get rich because our currencies are different. Like, I think our currency makes them richer somehow. I don't see how that is possible, but sure.
Nice to meet you.
I believe I have already introduced myself, but once again, I'm Eustace Albarea.
But yeah, I am one of those Americans that I will immediately get defensive if someone from who's not American calls out America or isn't my friend. Because if you're my friend, then I know you're not doing it to be a dick. I don't know why my brain works like that, but that's how my brain works.
What are you talking about?
After all that bluster about finding your way to the exit alone, I wasn't expecting you to actually rely on others for help.
No, that's why I get defensive, because they're like, they'll call out our country, but then how is their country any better? And it just astonishes me, people that go that level. I don't know why that triggers a response from me. I don't know why. It's so stupid.
Truly, the virtue of the common man. Why, a preening.
Yes, I am aware of what I am saying. I know I'm fuck off. Man, I cannot do words today. Contradiction. I know yeah, fuck that. I'm not even gonna do it no more. There are days when I can say words, and then there are days that I cannot.
So full of yourselves, it's a wonder you don't pop.
I don't.
And you're not just a
I
garden
honestly to
variety
God don't know
noble
what's
either.
wrong with me.
House Albarea is one of the highest ranking.
I've had many persons tell me I'm
You just
arrogant though,
love
which
looking
I
down on
can
us
see
less
why.
fortunate souls, don't you?
I'm blunt as I can be. If I don't like you, I'll give it to you straight. If I like you, I'll let you know. Of course, and if anyone sees in my Discord, I'm not much of a talker because I don't know how to socially interact with people. I don't.
You're one to talk.
I
don't
want
need
to
a
have
lecturing rank
friends.
from the son of
I
the
don't want to be
Imperial
alone.
Governor.
But I also don't make the effort to try and keep friends. And it's because, really, I don't know how to interact with people. I don't know how to have a decent, normal conversation without it being somehow involved with how I hate people, or NASCAR, or games.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought the name Regnit sounded familiar.
I'm so apathetic that sometimes they'll be like, my
Carl
dog
Regnitz,
just died, and I'll
the
be
first
like,
commoner ever to hold
okay.
the seat of Imperial Governor in Heimdall. The first to rule
I know,
the
Sylvia,
capital.
I'm trying. I'm honestly trying. I know it doesn't seem like that, but I am trying.
And this headstrong young lad just so happens to be a chip off that old block.
I have a strange fear of communicating with people. And really, I know many people have told me not to say this because it's redundant, but I have to say it because it's the only legitimate excuse I have. I was bullied as a child. And I mean bullied to the extreme that I almost did something I would have regretted.
Pretty rarefied air for a simple commoner, don't you think?
What does that have to do with anything? Yes, my father is the Imperial Governor, but he earned that position through years of hard, honest work.
Did he have the mouth that you do, Monkius? It will depend on anime, to be honest. I don't watch anime as much as I used to. The most recent thing I have watched, and I think it's more of a cartoon than it is anime, is Lego Monkey King. Or Kid. Monkey Kid. Sorry.
Perish the thought.
It's hard to differentiate between the two nowadays.
No.
What's a
I
cartoon
mainly
and
just
what's
regard your
anime?
father as a reformist,
Because both
and a
art
close friend
styles
of the
are
Chancellor
essentially
of
the
that.
same. Unless it's one of those weird, like, 3D things that you know are just made for kids. Because I don't want to bore people with that. Because not everyone who joins is gonna want to listen to me rant about NASCAR.
And as you're vividly aware, his faction is in conflict with the noble faction. led
Because,
by
I mean,
members
I
of the
will
four
literally
great
go
houses.
on and on and on.
When you look at it that way, your vitriolic disdain for the nobility
Like, I am
suddenly
obsessed with
seems rather-
NASCAR. I really am. I have no words for it other than I am obscenely obsessed to the point that I refuse to even remotely fancy the idea of dating a man unless he is willing, or woman, unless they are willing to give NASCAR a legitimate shot and actually like it. I am that freaking petty.
You son of a...
I mean, I guess everybody has their quirks about what
Monkeys,
turns people
don't
on,
do
what
it.
doesn't. To me, oh Jesus, oh Jesus. Shoot. Okay, I mean, I have been paying attention, and I already know how this ends. But every freaking time this happens, this is the option I choose.
I know he's taunting you, but lashing out at him isn't going to
Because
solve anything.
exactly of what Rean said. You can get as mad as you want, but does punching really solve the problem?
And Eustace, don't you think that was a little uncalled for?
I was the one who started this.
Let me... Damn it, just let me go already!
Hey. I have actually... Cold Steel is actually the first game I ever played Nightmare. The most difficult level that they had. They're the only game I've ever done that to. Because I loved it so much. I could never do it on the first playthrough. Because
Sorry, okay?
I will get immensely angry. Unreasonably angry, and I will rage quit. And I've already broken a couple controllers. I don't think I should break anything else.
Oh,
Yeah. So by us stopping
I think you
Machias,
went a little
he's
too
like,
far,
"You guys
Eustace."
are traitors. I'm leaving. Bye."
Being at odds with Machias is one thing, but dragging his father into it is pretty low. You're better than that.
Well, I mean, he is the one who kind of technically started it, Rean.
Perhaps I was a bit out of line.
I mean, he is technically the one who started it.
It would seem I still have much to learn.
huh?
You look shocked. Why?
Well, you're the son of Duke Elberea, right?
So in other words, he thought you were very snobby to the point that you would not acknowledge your wrongs.
I wasn't expecting the son of a noble to admit he was wrong. Wait, no, that came out wrong. I'm sorry.
Elliot, just be truthful, my friend. There's
no need
nothing
to
wrong
address
with
me
that.
so formally.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I keep saying it, but it's literally the truth. I could not stand Machias
We may
for
come from
such a
different
long
social
time
spheres,
because
but here
he's
at
the
this
one who
academy, we're
eggs on
supposed
the
to be equal
fights.
standing.
Useless wouldn't have said anything. He wouldn't have really, well, he probably would have cared. But he wouldn't have been so arrogant about it all if Machias had just kept his mouth shut.
Or so the idea goes, anyway.
But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that they added someone as arrogant as Machias, because to me, he's like the standard person in America. He's everything wrong with people. He's got his ways about him, and he's not willing to give that up.
True. I mean, yes, I'm with you all the way there.
Give him time, Eustace.
Big a deal here in the Empire?
He's a little boy. Ow. I mean, maybe he's not a little boy, but you know what I mean by that.
It is. This country has a long history, and the class system has been one of its central
I'm
institutions
glad
for most of that.
That is the one thing that did not carry over from Britain, though. They had their nobles and queens. We had the rich and the poor. I mean, I guess in essence that is kind of, yeah, never mind. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. That's technically the same class thing, just differently named.
So what are you going to do, Eustace? Machias said to go with
Well,
you,
does
but
that
I
mean
don't
you're
wanna
turned
press you
on
into
by
coming
Alyssa?
along if you don't want
Because
to.
she technically wants to kill him.
I was intending to press on to the exit by myself.
Everybody, when I was looking up like the pairings for these games, if it wasn't Rean and Crow, it was Rean and Alyssa, followed up by Rean and Emma.
But I'd prefer not to mimic the actions of
Then
his
Rean
ilk,
with
so I'll
Laura
accompany you.
because of swords. But everybody I know is like Crean and Roe.
What?
Crean and son of a bitch. Crow and Rean. Perhaps so,
I'm
but
just
still.
surprised we're worthy of your company. I mean,
Let's just go with that.
We should get moving then.
Yes, we should be. I have been staring at the screen and we're not going anywhere. Because I'm distracted so easily by stupid conversations. Okay, Eustace. We have a saying. You know, Junebug, you're getting on my nerves. Anyway. I'm sorry, there is a uniform. It's called the Academy swimsuit. I expect everybody to wear it. There are no exceptions.
he seems kind of imposing. I don't know how to break the ice.
Oh, he's fine, Elliot. Really? Severia, huh? I honestly don't get mad by this, please. I did not like her for that exact reason, though. I was like, for God's sakes, lady, just stop. If you like him, let him know. Don't drag it out. Just say it as it is. How difficult is that to do?
Oh, a treasure chest!
I don't need that. Oh, wait, is this the boss area?
Hey, are we...
By the time we see the full group, we're gonna have half of them already in swimsuits.
Looks like we are. That definitely seems to be the exit.
I can see the sunlight streaming in, so I'm guessing we're finally clear.
This was a complete waste of time. Pointless busy work at best.
Oh, yes, Eustace.
Considering the school's esteemed founder, I was expecting more of a challenge, but nothing here posed even a modest threat.
You wouldn't call Machias a threat?
Did we even fight the same enemies? I feel like I've been stretched to my limits. What was all that business about Class 7 anyway?
Good question. We've got people here from different backgrounds, classes, even cultures. Is there some sort of secret agenda with this whole Class 7 thing that we just don't
I don't
read?
know. I think she had it blatantly clear the first time. They're ignoring your social standings. I mean, can you guys really not see what she's trying to do there? Or, well, not her, but the school. You're all people at the same
What was that?
end of the day. Just saying.
There.
Y'all had a mother and a father. Oh, hello.
The statue?
Oh my. I don't know, to be honest, Selby. They're complicated. They're a complicated bunch of kids.
A gargoyle come to life?
That's
What
a
sorcery is
gargoyle?
this?
I wouldn't call that a gargoyle. I'd be calling that a mother effing dragon. It's kind of cool.
Are monsters like this common in the Empire?
Not outside of old wives' tales, they aren't.
These things cutting off our only route to the surface. No choice. We have
Right.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one who's thinking that, because I was like, am I wrong? Is this a gargoyle?
Finally, an opponent worthy of my skill.
Usus, you scare me sometimes.
This might actually be a challenge. Good.
my turn.
Okay, so Dragon, how would you like to be finished off? By one shot, or by one shot?
As you please. Gather on my blade.
My turn.
You want both? I'll give you both.
It's my turn.
You didn't die?
I'll handle this.
Oh, that's why. What do you mean? What have I done to my hair?
Right.
Okay. I whip my hair back
everybody
and forth. I
okay?
whip my hair back and forth. Oh, this is hurting my neck. Oh, and the thing can't even keep up.
Well, that should be the end of it.
No, it's down but not out.
That's one hell of a second wind.
I can appreciate a certain degree of tenacity, but this thing needs to just die.
It's no use.
Well, I did tell you to go to bed, but you don't listen to me.
Guess I have no choice. I'll have to.
You'll have to
Stand
what?
back.
Wow!
Here.
You made it.
Oh, you too, huh? Yeah, I took the week off. I needed to get the hell away from my area.
You've certainly got some good timing.
Seems like you're all okay at least. I'm sorry we took so long.
You're here, and that's what counts.
So, a gargoyle, is it? I didn't expect to find the Dark Ages alive and well. It doesn't seem like it'll go down easily.
Indeed. It's brushing us off as though we barely even scratched it.
But with this many of us, if we can just find an opening.
Fine. I guess I'll help out.
I needed the week off. My job was, let's
Looks
just
like you
say,
started the
they
party without
breached
me.
something they shouldn't have breached, and I'm at my wit's end with them.
You?
Releasing limiter. Take this! Break shot!
Damn, that girl's agile.
An opening! Go!
This one's mine! Ah!
Ow! Oh! She decapitated it!
It's...
We did it!
I think that's the end of it.
The girls have yet to join the party.
At the very least, that creature doesn't seem like he'll be coming back for a rematch anytime soon.
What happened there anyway? Right at the end of the battle...
Now that you mention it, I did feel something wash over me for just a second there.
It was like each of us were engulfed in some faint blue light.
What?
I did notice something as we fought. Perhaps it was just the blur of combat, but I felt like I could see everyone's movements in precise detail.
I don't think it was just your imagination.
Agreed. I have a feeling what we just experienced was...
The biggest selling point of the almighty Arcus? Give this man a prize.
Yes, they are nuclear radiation. They've gone
Like
nuclear.
Friendship and teamwork saved the day once again. I'm so proud of you guys. Anyway, that about finishes up today's special orienteering exercise.
I think she's now just realizing half of her students are not appropriately dressed.
Aw, what's with the long faces? I thought you'd all be happy.
What are we supposed to be happy about?
I have so many questions, I'm not even sure where to start.
Oh?
I'll take a stab at it. What exactly is the purpose behind this Class 7?
Yes, indeed. What is the purpose of Class 7?
We get that it's supposed to be some sort of melting pot that includes a broad cross-section of people.
But why were the 9 of us chosen in particular?
That is a valid question.
I'm honestly surprised nobody's questioning it. Nobody at all. Like, the girls are just like, okay, I guess this is how this is going.
There's no single
The guys got
monolithic
really
reason why
close
you all
and
made the
personal.
list. But if I had to name a major contributing factor, it...
How so?
Well, like I explained earlier, the Arcus units are developed jointly by the Epstein Foundation and the Reinford Company. Like any battle ornament, they let you use arts, and these have communication functionality built right in. But their crowning feature is what's known as combat linking. That's the phenomenon you all experienced just now.
So that's what that was.
Seems like a pretty apt term. It did feel like we were all connected somehow.
Precisely. Doesn't take a genius to imagine how much of an advantage a feature like that would be on a real battlefield. An elite unit that can sense each other's movements, acting in perfect sync, even in the most chaotic conditions. You can hardly put a price on that.
Yeah, that's borderline almost robotic.
it could bring about a revolution in the way wars are fought.
It does sound rather
Idealistic.
Well, yeah, the technology has its limits. Some have a natural aptitude for it, others just... And out of this year's fresh batch of bright-eyed students, the 9 of you turned out to have the highest aptitude. And since aptitude trumps background in Class 7, well... Here you...
I see. But what gives us this aptitude, though, as compared to our peers? It just seems so random.
What indeed? As promised, if any of you have objections to being in this class, speak now or forever hold your peace. I think that pretty much covers the hows and whys of your situation. But this program isn't cheap to run, so we're not about to force anyone into it if they don't want to be here.
I think they did test them somehow, because they do imply it.
You should also be aware that Class 7's curriculum will be tougher than any other class's coursework. Just fair warning. So now you know, and that leaves you all with an important decision to make. Will you stick with Class 7 or not?
I think they do somewhat answer it in the later games. No, they do. They definitely do. There is a high motive behind it. But the baseline is essentially to mix
If you
nobles
opt
and
out,
commoners
you'll just
in
be
the
placed in
same
class you would
group
have been assigned to otherwise.
and see how
There's
they do.
no pressure. Nobles will land in Class 1 or 2.
I think they
commoners
answered
in
it in the
3, 4,
third
or 5.
game. I think I want to say they answered it in the third game. Or maybe it was
still
the
just
second.
the first day, so there's no real catching up you'd have to do.
There is no
I'm
Class
sure
6.
you'd fit in.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7.
I'll do it. Whatever Class 7 has to throw at me, I'm game.
Well, wait, what?
They said, nah, mate, we don't need a Class 6.
Just like that?
I don't know. I have wondered that so many damn times. Like, they've got 3 commoner classes, and then they've got 2 nobles. Why not just have 3 nobles and 3 commoners?
So you're the first then.
I have an idea. I know what
You
we can
seem pretty
name this
sure
new
about it.
class.
Any
We're gonna
particular
call
reason?
it Class 7. Why? Because
Not
it
really.
sounds
I
better
just
than
feel like I've
Class
put my
6.
family out so, if it gives me more to show for my time here, I'll take whatever opportunities come my way.
A noble sentiment.
Count me in as well. The greater the challenge, the more I can push myself to excel. One can't hone a blade without grit, after all.
Let's make it 3. Considering how far I came to attend this school, it'd be silly to back down before I even started.
Well, looks like we've got the country's strongest freshman on board, and our foreign exchange student too. Any more takers?
Allow me to take part as well. I was only able to come because of the school's generosity, so I feel it's my duty to help.
No,
in
there's a
any way
total
I
of
can.
9 people. There's a total of 9 people in
Sign
Class
me
7.
up too.
I kind of feel like fate brought us here for a reason, you know?
I
And
honest to
seemed
God,
easy to get
there
along with.
is no explanation as to why they skipped over 6 or why they named it Class 7.
And that's a yes from our 2 Orbital staff testers.
Yep,
Though
there's
I
9
feel
students.
compelled to remind you, your weapons are still in the prototype stage. So on top of,
Of course.
There's Emma, Elliot,
Maybe I
Rean,
spoke too
Machias, Eustace, Alyssa, Fee, and
Let
Gaius.
me join too.
Huh?
Yes, Selby, we have one of those characters.
Oh, there's a surprise. I was almost certain your rebellious streak would see you opt out just on general principle.
It does bother me that you've got us using these Arcus units that are still pretty clearly in development. But if I let every little nitpick like that hold me back, I'd never amount to much.
Jeez, Alyssa, you could have fooled me.
Words to live by right there. And that brings us to an even 6. Now, what about you, Fee?
Don't really care either way. You can choose.
Not this time. This is one call you're gonna have to make for yourself. That was the deal, remember? You need to take control of your own life.
Fine, I'm in.
Well, at least you committed. We've got a magnificent 7 now.
We got 2 more,
Which
guys.
leaves just the 2 of you.
Yep. Are you two willing to bite the bullet, or are you two willing to run away?
I can see you got issues with each other, but that doesn't mean you can't at least try to work together. Why, if you just look past your differences and embrace the joys of youth, I'm sure you'll become the best of friends.
You're being rather optimistic there, Sarah.
Like hell we will! The exploitation of the common people by the aristocracy is a blight on every facet of Erebonian life. Unless something is done about it, this country has no future.
I appreciate your candor, but I don't think you're going to achieve much by lecturing me about it.
She's not wrong.
Well, at least that makes this simple. I, Eustace Alberea, claim my place as a member of Class 7.
Do you have to be so stuck up about it?
Huh?
Why? You're the son of a duke. Just the thought of being in the same class as commoners should
Really,
make you sick.
Machias? Really? What does it matter to you if he joins? It's his decision.
I'll thank you not to tell me how I'm supposed to feel.
No shit!
As far as the House of Alberea is concerned, there's little difference between other nobles and commoners. Besides, this should at least ensure I won't have fools flitting about every day trying to win my favor. That said, I have little interest in getting drawn into your petty arguments on a daily basis either. I think it would be prudent for us to go our separate ways. I'm certain we can at least agree on this, no?
I don't
He's
need some
baiting
pompous
him.
ass who coasts through life on his father's coattails telling me what to do. I'm in. Come hell or high water.
Selby, I hate to say this to you, friend, but he's here to stay.
You might have had your successes spoon-fed to you up to now, but no outmoded class system is going to hand you trophies anymore.
We'll see about that.
They're going to be like this pretty much all year, aren't they?
Sure seems that way. I wouldn't bet on them ever seeing eye to eye.
Why would you look at that, Alyssa? You're having a decent conversation with him.
Oh.
The pots shouldn't be too hard on the kettles.
Give a guy a
Oh,
break.
shut up, Elliot.
Well, how about that? 9 out of 9. With that, I'd like to congratulate all of you on being the first ever Class 7. I hope you keep those high spirits all year. 'cause
You
the
are
workload
with
we
this
got
guy
going,
all the way to
you'll
the
need it.
end. Machias will never stop haunting you. Oh my, who is this finely dressed man?
Well, I wasn't expecting Class 7 to turn out quite as diverse as this. It certainly promises to be an interesting year.
You took the words right out of my mouth. But perhaps this too is the divine providence of the goddess, no?
How do you mean?
Well, seeing them there, I feel they have the potential to be the light we seek. A light that can break through the storm clouds that continue to build over our nation.